Very professional.
You know, and it's like all day I've been judging you, and I was like in the strong position, and now I feel like I have to.
Now I put you on the spot.
It's like, it's gonna be an interesting experience.
Do you want me to give you feedback on your podcast technique?
Yeah. You will have like we can do a debrief at the end, and
okay, all right, okay. I press record.
Oh, that's good.
Hei og velkommen til OTBpodden. Mitt navn James Apothecary. Vidar ikke her I dag. Han valgte å dra på ferie, men han kan tilgis fordi han klarte å tryne og ha tatt noen ribbein. Og derfor ikke han her med oss I Hafjell. Men sammen med meg en veldig god sykkelkompis som jeg syklet I mange år med, Stefano Baldari.
Ja,
jeg tok det riktig.
Nei, jeg venter litt, for jeg kjenner ikke meg med Stefano. Men det Stefano.
Ja. Okay.
First timer. Podcaster.
Welcome to the podcast, Stefano. But we know each other really well, and we've been riding for a long time. And And we have a special guest here today. We have, let me try and get this name right, Benjamin Plaisance.
Yeah, that sounds pretty right. So
Okay, not too bad. So we are in Hafjell Bikepark. We have been here for 2 days, and Benjamin is a coach here and a guide and works here at Hafjell Bikepark. Also has connections with Otta.
Yes.
Yeah. And basically what we're going to talk about today, apart from the fact that it was raining, but even though it was really raining a few times, it was absolutely amazing.
I think we have made the best of it so far. Like it was definitely 2 really wet days. We went from Stefan and I, like we talked quite a lot before we came up here, and a few days ago because you were in
Gauplan, Booster.
So you had like quite a long drive to go home first, pick up your downhill bike, come up here, and we were kind of looking at Yr, and we were like, James, it's gonna chuck it down with rain, it's gonna be windy, like can we be bothered? And I was like, oh, maybe I should contact Benjamin and say maybe we should like cancel this, but
what could we say at the end of these 2 days? It was worth.
I'm definitely. So glad we didn't, because it's just been like the most amazing 2 days. So, but just to get a little bit of background before we get into what we've been through the last couple of days and the coaching and everything, just tell us a little bit what is your biking background? How did you get into biking? You are from France, you're French?
Yeah. So I'm basically from the French Alps. So I grew up in the mountains. And there it's like you don't have so many options. Like you handle climbing or mountain biking the summer and skiing the winter, kind of. So I grew up like that, just playing with my bike in the mountain and starting a bit of racing back in the day in my local club. And life is life, and I handle to be a coach here in Hafjell, so pretty happy with my life choice actually. And I've been focusing on downhill when I was younger, and after I switched to BMX for a while, more than 10 years without touching a mountain bike. And I think I restarted mountain biking in 2013.
Okay.
When I was actually on a trip in New Zealand, and I had a friend who was living in Queenstown and said, just go to rent a bike and come with me in the bike park. And that was my comeback in mountain bike. So,
so cool.
Pretty cool place to restart.
I'm going to crack open a beer for that.
Yeah.
Skål.
Skål.
That's cool, but that's actually really interesting because I've also got a BMX background. So just very quickly, like, because we've talked on the podcast quite a lot about how there's quite a lot of parallels you can with bike control and basic skills on a BMX that you can basically bring over to mountain biking. Like, is that your experience as well?
Oh yes, definitely. Like like I said, I start with downhill biking back in the days. And when I stopped mountain biking to focus only on BMX, like I said, I didn't touch a mountain bike for probably 10 good years.
Yeah.
And the day I jumped back on a mountain bike, I was better than when I quit 10 years before.
Wow.
And I think the fact like BMX is so simple bike and no rooms for errors. Like, I mean, you don't have any suspension or anything. So when I was doing like dirt jumps and stuff like that, you have to be much more precise. And I think it's give you a all-around bike control, which is pretty amazing. So if you have a gift to do to yourself, it's buy a BMX and just go.
The question is, now you're 46, probably like me. Would you go back to BMXing?
No, I will buy a dirt jumper with a nice fork.
With a body of a 46 years old? Not sure about that.
So mainly buy a BMX for your kids, and you buy a dirt jumper with a nice fork.
I tried once, bought it, never use it. So it again.
Stefano, you have to go. You have to go and buy a dirt jumper again. Yeah.
But
That's so cool. So, but you've done a little bit of racing as well. But you were telling us, we were talking obviously a lot in the lift the last couple of days. Like you were saying that racing is, you can get a little bit nervous and stuff. But I've seen pictures of you on the podium with some Hafjell Cup here and things.
yeah, I mean, I've been racing like in France. We have a lot of local clubs, and when you go there, obviously after you go to the local race, and so I was starting to race that, and also the bike park I was like riding in was hosting the first enduro series back in the days. So I was racing the first enduro race in France pretty early. But I'm definitely not a competitive person. I don't really like all the pressure we came with competition. It doesn't suit me well. But I love also to push a bit myself sometimes. So
And
when you have tapes around the track,
And you casually end up on the podium, probably the first place.
yeah,
It happens.
yeah, but
Never happened to me.
yeah, it's like when I was moving in Norway, I don't know, I was just like wondering to go to meet people because I was knowing no one's in the bike scene here. And it's what is good with racing. It's like when you go there, like everybody is kind of together to ride the same track. So you definitely meet people talking about lines and stuff. And it was mainly for the social aspect. I did some race here. And that's mainly the reason. But at the end, I much prefer a day with my friends and just riding for fun and like, free racing kind of mood, you know. So, it's mainly that.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, like you say, I mean, not dissing racing by any means. It's a lot of people love it, and some people it's for, and some it is again. But definitely, like in Norway, I think the social aspect is one of the most fun things about it, because it's we kind of sometimes think that the mountain bike community in Norway is huge, but it's actually quite small. So it's like you say, it's a great way to meet friends and get to know people, and
Yeah, definitely. It's like, I mean, it's quite nice because it's also like not so many people who race, and you met them every race, kind of the same people, so you can create some link and like create some good environment for that. Because like, for example, now these days, like a small local race in France, it's probably 400 people.
yeah.
So it's much bigger, and you don't have this so much anymore the community feeling because it's so big. So you handle to just meet your friends and go there. Right. But here in Norway, it's like, as it's a bit more niche, you can really handle to talk to everyone. And the global feeling in racing in Norway was like, I had a good time with that. So it's why I did some race here. And it's also why I stopped racing in France, because it was not so social. And,
okay, so it's a bit more serious and competitive, and
yeah, it was really competitive.
Yeah.
Even in my club, between people, it was really way too competitive for me. So yeah.
And I think that's actually like a really good segue to like our next point about coaching, because obviously like people who race, they want to be fast, they want to get faster, and that's definitely been like a big theme that we've been talking about today, like how to get faster. So you guys very kindly invited us here to come and test out the coaching, but tell us a little bit about the coaching program here you have at Hafjell, because it's kind of in development now. You're trying to test out new areas.
Yes, definitely. Like when I was coming back to work in Hafjell for the season, we were looking a bit like what are the possibilities about like how to develop the bike school, and we were like, okay, we will try to develop more products to fit with every kind of bikers, because it used to be different products for beginners or a bit more advanced people, but we try to develop even more specific products from like totally new beginners to advanced biker, but also we're gonna try to develop probably some coaching for racers and bike camps, and trying to make that a bit more active also, and trying to develop that in a good way. And what we did today is kind of one of the products I really want to push, like a bit more coaching for people like us who are good bikers, but even want to be,
I have it on video. You said pretty good. Pretty good. I'm like, I'll buy that.
Yes.
Pretty good. That's fine.
So yeah, that's
very kind. Very kind.
But yeah, that's a bit the goal. It's like to have more people who are already experienced bikers to see the point. It's not wasting money to buy coaching day, for example, because I think it can be good for every kind of people to like, doesn't matter your level, and you have always something good to take from these days, and hopefully you felt it today. That's
absolutely.
Yeah, so it's,
I think everybody felt today. It was quicker. How do you call it in English? Trigger.
We definitely. I think everyone in their own area had some kind of real eye openers, and we're in many ways we're similar levels, but we definitely had different strengths. And I was quite interested to see how the dynamic in the group was going to work, because some people may be better at jumps or maybe better berms, and other people may be better in the rough or whatever. But it actually. And that kind of gets on to my next question, because we started off kind of just with the basics, like literally bike position, which I've been biking all my life, but like properly doing mountain biking since about 2013 or something. Not sure how long you've been riding, Stefan.
At the end of 2018.
Yeah,
2018.
Yeah.
Road biking before.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And and I think maybe I know what my basic position is, but just tell us a little bit about that. Why do you kind of start bringing it back to the basics, even when you've got a bunch of guys who, as you said, were pretty good?
Bunch of oldies, pretty good. I like it. Granny.
No, that's a really good point, actually. Like everybody, doesn't matter the level, we all need the same basics. So from the position, from the cornering technique, from the jumps technique, everything is like the same. It's just after the speed is higher and the jumps are bigger. But like the roots of it is the same for a new beginner to a top World Cup racer.
It's
Because
just different levels of confidence.
Exactly.
As we talked today about.
yeah,
Like,
it's gonna be a lot of that, and how much, like for example, with the body position, like to be able to adapt it quicker. More you get advanced, more you will have to be active on the bike, and it's a bit global system, but the base is the same for everybody. So like when I do coaching, I always restart to go back to the basics to be sure everybody has that like the same to everyone.
Yeah.
And after we build up with a specific need, will come with your level. And it's that's really what is also interesting with coaching. It's like with the same topic, with different level, you can do so many different stuff. But at the end, like the basic technique is the same. So I repeat a bit myself, but it's really that. And
but I also like the comparison you made between maybe 10, 15 years ago. We had a different theory, mountain biking, and the position, the basic position. You have to be strong on, what was it, on your arms. Now it's more, but why don't use your legs instead? Because that's the biggest and strongest muscles. So more center on the bike. And that's kind of thing maybe not everybody's aware of. It's like that position has to be right from the beginning.
yeah, it's actually super interesting to be quite curious about the evolution of the technique in the sports, because like it's evolving all the time with the new bikes we have, and like the wheel size, for example, was a game changer also in the technique. And the way you was riding your bike 15 years ago is definitely different than the way you ride a bike these days. But still, the basic technique is pretty close, but we adapt it to the needs of today. So
Is it because the geometry of the bike has changed, so you also have to change your position on the bike? It's probably is holding together these two things.
I mean, the bikes we have these days are so good. It's definitely some stuff we have to do less than before to make it working, because now the bike works a lot for us. So it's also why the body position, like from an old school body position to a new school body position, is really different. Because also now we try to use as much as possible the bike we have, and they like the suspension these days, they are so good. Like I just remember when I was starting downhill biking, I was like, my first downhill bike came with a Marzocchi drop-off fork, like probably the worst fork I ever ride. And definitely it was necessary to be really strong with
Is it
the
Marzocchi
arms.
Italian?
Are you offended now?
Sorry.
Nah, it's okay. I thought Italian only made good things.
Yeah, good things that break really quickly.
But I know how to deal with the French now, so they're kind of it's like Swedish and Norwegian, in that kind of mood.
But my next fork after that was a triple eight RC, like the one with the gold thingy on the top.
Okay.
That was an awesome fork.
Yeah,
So
that was also the fork. Okay.
it was also an Italian fork. But no, but definitely now, even if you take a basic bike, it's still working better than probably my first downhill bike. And of course, you can be a bit more relaxed on the bike than before, where like the suspension could explode at any time. So it was at us to work to try to survive. It's evolving in a good way. Like definitely the bikes these days are
Making
awesome.
it a bit more accessible to everybody.
Oh yeah.
But do you think also that because the bikes are so good that they're actually what do you call it? They're kind of hiding maybe some of the mistakes that we're making as riders, that you can have maybe slight weaknesses in your technique and not notice them as much?
Yeah, I think that's one of the downside. It's now like even in the bike parks, we have better trails, like easier to ride. We have better bikes, So sometimes it's easy to go like a bit wrong with the technique. And after a point, the problem is like you will reach a level where you can't really evolve anymore because your basic technique is not like as good as it should be. And when you will start to want to increase the speed or the size of the jumps, it's where like this like bit weak basics can really hold you back to reach your best level. So it's many bikers these days who can go really fast because of the trails and the bike, but can be even better with the right coaching and instruction to get someone looking at you and correct you. And it's actually I think really good to have, and especially to correct that because now, like we said, it's too easy to go fast, and when you go fast, you lose a lot of the feelings because speed is your friend. It's help a lot until it's like doesn't help anymore, and then you can have issues with that. So, yeah, I would say we have better bike, better trail. But still, we need a base to be at our best level. Yeah,
I think it would be a good thing if someone is planning maybe 2-3 days in Hafjell, maybe just having the first day coaching and then practicing what they have learned.
Absolutely,
Because it would help me now a lot. Maybe be here 2 days more and practicing what we're talking about today. So,
you need. Yeah, definitely. That's a great, like the best option is like you need to go, like having your coaching day, but after you really need to do volume of biking because you have to get experience and also train the muscle memory, which is like the key in our sports. Because like when we don't have to think anymore about the technique, we can really focus on the trail, and it's where you really unlock your best level. It's when you don't really have to care about what you do on the bike, but where to bike, like line choice and everything. And that's the best feeling in the world. It's when you just go and have to focus on that. So
but you had quite a good it was quite interesting to hear that when we started biking yesterday on our first day that you'd done a couple of runs on the green runs, like the easy runs. And you crashed as well.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Actually, yesterday, first lap of the day, I had a crash on the green trail. But that could have been my thing for the last part of the podcast. Like when I ride for myself, basically, it's something I was doing less when I was younger, but now I try to really take the time to warm up properly. So I do a static warm up at the top. Even when I ride alone, I do it every time. And after I go on the trail and try to do really easy lap on easy trail just to get like a bit aware about my body and just connect with the activity mainly, and really taking the time with that. So sometimes I do 1, 2, even 3 laps really easy before I start to try to ride at my normal level, and that works really good for me. I have really see a big change in my riding now.
Okay.
Because like when I take the time, I don't get any frustration. Like I know I will go slow, and I accept it. And when it's the time to go a bit faster, my body is really ready for it, and I have much better feeling on the bike. So I will say to everybody take the time to really warm up. You will save your day and have the best feeling on your bike.
I think everybody agreed today. Just slow air.
Because yesterday when we arrived, came back from holiday like day before, and I was like sort of, oh, it's raining and it's going to be really slippy. And I was like so stiff on my bike. And I think also like not just yesterday, but I've done this mistake so many times, either going to Hafjell or other bike parks or sometimes just riding where you kind of set these like really high expectations, like, oh, I'm going to get out of the car, I'm going to get on the lift and I'm going to like bang out both the NM jumps, first run, no warm up, you know, and maybe some...
Done it.
Yeah. But it's like, I think you have to kind of put everything in perspective. Like, okay, if you've been, like, when you came here from Kaupanger, Stefano, you've been riding like 6 days in a row.
Yeah.
So, you know, your feeling on the bike for you on the first day is going to be completely different for me who comes back from a week's holiday.
Yeah.
You know, but it's also like mindset as well, because that's fine. Some people are like, okay, let's just bang it out. Like Brendog went and did the hard line with no warm up, but not everybody's a Brendog.
Yeah, exactly. I think you have to like listen to yourself. And what, like, for example, what is working for me, it's maybe not necessary for someone else. But I'm still convinced, like, to start easy in the day will, like, make your day much more easy. Especially in a, like, if we think about our body, you need to warm up and to get used to it. Because, like, the stress and the fatigue we will have during the day, it's, like, not the normal scenario for most of people who have, like, for example, an office job and you are in front of your computer all week and you jump on your bike the Saturday after a week in the office. Definitely it's going to be a shock for your body. So if you really take the time to be nice with your body and like taking easy the first few runs, I think it's going to help you to reach your best level of riding during the day without to feel sketchy in the first part of the day. We can cut your confidence. So
maybe some of our friends should just take this hint. I'm referring
yeah, but I mean, I'm definitely like I have to warm up. Like I've tried the kind of gung ho, like do some drops straight away or whatever, and a couple of times it works. Often I just not awake and I just get disappointed, or if I do either that jump or that drop or whatever, it feels so sketchy that, like you say, it ruins my day, because then I get this implant in my head that tells me, oh, I'm sketchy on drops today, or I'm sketchy on whatever. Whereas if I'd warmed up and then just maybe even done one run and then done something or other, that I wouldn't have lost that confidence. And yeah,
definitely. It's like, it's a sport where confidence is the key. And like I have a lot of my guests who have like confidence issue when they bike and get a bit stress because for example they want to ride too fast too soon, get a bit sketchy on the lines, get scared, and after, if you get scared, your day is gonna be much more difficult because you have to gain again the confidence. So like it's gonna take few laps before to get back to that. And what I felt with a good warm-up and good progression of the speed and the risk-taking in the day help you to build up this confidence all day long. And like at the end, you will reach your best potential safely. And you're going to take much less risk also. So that's my opinion and my experience. Of course, it's some people who can be fired up straight away and ride the roller coaster on the first lap of the day. But I mean, for most of people, I think it's not a bad idea to take it easy on the first few laps. Yeah.
But here we're just talking about the bike park. So you got a lift and you have the whole day. But if you're thinking about the regular day, just get from your office, get changed, maybe some dinner, and then getting off a couple of hours, and then you have to hit the trails. Yeah. And probably you do 2-3 runs maximum. So how do you warm up there? So
you will do a more good static warm-up, like normal at the top. You go out of your bike and warm up properly. Get focus also, like start to really focus on the activity. Like you think, okay, now I'm biking, so I try to don't think too much about like works or some other side thing. I just try to connect with the biking activity.
Yes.
And also, like, for example, if you pedal up to the start of the trail, when you go up, you can start also to visualize a bit what you're going to do in the trail. And like that, when you're at the top, your brain is already switched in riding mode. And even on, like you said, after work laps, you don't have so much time and you don't want to waste it. But still, the first few meters on the trail, don't try to push too out. Because like if you get like after 10 meters already a bit sketchy, you will feel sketchy the whole trail mostly. So take it easy even on one lap, and you build up during the lap and try to reach your best level at the middle or at the end even to finish on a good, satisfying feeling. But
that's the most important.
Yeah.
It's the feeling. It's not the Strava. It's the feeling you
St-
get at the end of the
I have
ride.
an opinion about Strava, but I will keep it for me.
Okay, we don't talk about Strava.
I mean, like if I ride locally, there's definitely like this free races track which is locally known, and it's got roll in, little drop, few berms, couple of jumps, and it's like a really fun track. And it's actually called on Strava like free races, make Grefs and Gate again or something, and like no Strava lines, have fun, you know. And I think and I can ride that in like almost like literally like almost blindfolded, and that's like a really good track to warm up because it's just got a little bit of everything. And even if you take it slow, like maybe not slowly necessarily, but like riding maybe 75% and have fun instead of trying to ride like 105% first run, it doesn't feel like a waste. It's just a really fun warm up. I think that's maybe like a good thing. Like find a good, for me at least, like to find like a slightly challenging, but at the same time a good track to warm up on that has a few elements that, you know, you feel safe on, but yeah, it doesn't feel like a waste.
Yeah, definitely. And what I felt also, like when you ride a bit slower, you can just add a bit more playful in your riding.
Yeah.
Because like when you try to ride fast straight away, you will be so focused on like to go fast. Actually, it's gonna be a totally different feeling. But if you want to like ride a bit more cruisy, but still have a really good fun, you just play with your bike. And it's not because you go slower, you will not progress. So it's still like you will handle with the benefit of it. And
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I liked it.
You like that? Yeah. But when we talked about this earlier as well. We were in finale last year.
I wasn't there.
You weren't there, Stefano. Oh, okay.
I wasn't there with you guys, but I was there before.
But there was two guys from Switzerland who were there who were so good at riding. I mean, they could just ride from all of us like no problem at all. And sorry, someone stuck that in. And every time we a couple of runs, they went first. And then like after the third run, we were like, you know, kind of like waving them in front. And even the guide was like, and then they were like, no, we'll ride in the pack. And then, and they were really cool guys, like really nice about it. But they were just like, no, we would rather ride in the pack, ride 75, 85%. And they were like, you know, you guys are not running slow. And I rode behind one of these guys and he was so playful. It was like, you know, and he was like, yeah, I'd rather do like this, like, you know, he was like whipping off like
it was
crazy
probably
shit.
in his comfort zone, and I could add some features, do
Absolutely,
something else,
yeah.
and it was
totally in his comfort zone and just having so much fun. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's something also like I discovered when I was doing more guiding, for example. And I was like riding a bit slower with my guest and start to play a lot with my bike. And it's when I realized, my God, I can have as much pleasure to ride like you say, 70%.
Yeah.
and just like cruisy and just play with the bike, trying to find some small
Probably
thing.
my 75% is your 30%.
Yeah.
But if we get back to the coaching bit, because we didn't just do grunn position, the basic position,
Yes.
and that was it. What was the next bit? Was it the hips? I think.
Yeah,
So tell us about that.
Yeah.
Actually,
Sorry?
would add a comment here, because what I liked of your coaching today, it was the breaking down. Like, just focus on one part of the body at a time, each run, and I was putting everything together at the end. I loved it.
Thanks.
Yes.
Just like a good spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah, but you order something again and again. It takes time to make it good. You know that. You have to work on it still.
And just let it simmer a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, but that's every coach is different, and my way of coaching, I like to try to be as simple as possible, and focusing on one point. Look, so when we start today, for example, we've been quickly talking about the basic position, but after we went straight into trying to feel the hips position where it should be and how to make it efficient on the bike. And after we've been moving on the upper body, but it's with what I have experience and with my coaching life, focusing on one thing at a time is what make for me the most efficient way. So it's we start from one part and we build up the whole process around it, adding every time a new thing and not forgetting what we said before, but try to focus more on the new thing. And after a while, we've been through, I think, the whole, before the middle of the day, we've been in really adjusting our body position pretty well. And after that, we were focusing on some other topic. But one thing at a time. And also, if you want to get better in your own trail and when you go to ride alone, I would say the best thing is also to focus at one thing at a time. You say, okay, today I will try to, what my feet are doing, for example.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
Worst fear in the beginning, because I was coming from road.
Yeah.
And I had my heels all the way up.
Yes.
That's why I went to flats.
Yep.
Just
you commented on me as well.
Yeah.
You can't make mistakes with flat because you get
you hop off the pedal.
I would say that's a really common mistake of people who want to switch to clips pedal too quick. Flat pedals is the best school because you have to work on the bike and you don't have this cheat code of clips pedals who can help you in many ways. It's really good. Like clips pedal, I love it, but definitely in the learning process, flat pedal is way better. No doubt about that.
I switched 100% to flats probably about 3, maybe 4 years ago, and for me it was easy because I come from BMX, and I understand people who maybe don't have that kind of background that flat pedals, they find it a bit scary. But like you say, it definitely, if you're not standing properly on those pedals, man, you're gonna
got some sketchy jumps when I got disconnected from the bike and God, yes.
But it's a really good point with the pedal choice. I would say if you want to develop your skills, it doesn't cost a lot to buy good. It costs a lot, but buying a good flat pedal set with really good biking shoes.
Yeah.
Even if you are a clip biker, and just go to ride with that, and it will really develop your technique
skills.
in a way.
Yes.
Yeah. And when you will switch back to clip pedal, you will feel so much more in control. It's sometimes good to switch from, if you have the opportunity to switch from one type of pedal to the other, because they are really different and they help each other. So I personally switch quite often from flat to clip. I used to be a clip like for many years, and now it's 2 seasons I do mainly flat because I was wondering to work my technique, and it works. Like and yeah.
Hey, flat pedals win medals.
I mean, I mean, we have a good example this season in Enduro World Series, like a World Cup Enduro with Dan Booker.
Yeah.
Who can win competition with flat pedals and bullet bike. So it's, I think, it just depends of how you ride it. So
Sam Hill was on flats as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. Chris Kovarik also was on flat, like. And now in Enduro you have Alex Soludo, French guy who is in flat, also like first world champion in Enduro.
Yeah, he is a world champion.
So
I think we met in finale in April.
Yep.
Yes, he was there.
I mean,
training.
It's not
the rainbow jersey.
Yeah,
he's also pretty good.
Yeah,
I think so. But our flat pedal is a good exercise if you want to get better. Yeah.
But we've kind of tracked off from the hips.
Yeah.
So if we take 2 things at once now, obviously we were looking at our hip position in the corners, which you can tell us a bit about. But then after we did a couple of runs where we focused on the hips, it was the elbow and arm position. So just give us a quick rundown, like how that improves your riding. And
so obviously, like when we bike, we want to have the best traction as possible, and that's a bit what we play with. And that can be solved by a good body position. And what we did this morning, it was like to try to have our hips and upper body in the right position on the bike when we do cornering. Because it's really easy to have the good basic position on the straight line, but we want to have a good position also in cornering. And the exercise we did, so we went in a pretty easy trail, Motown, where normally we don't have to do as much as the technique we learned today. But we went a bit on the extreme side to really try to move our hips out of the bike. So like when we turn left, we try to move our hips right to get them, to get our like top body above the crank axle. And what we want, it's like to apply a kind of the same force on the back and front wheel to get the best traction as possible. And in a trail, like for example here in Hafjell Motown, you have good berms. So normally you never struggle to get the traction because the trail help you a lot. So actually to learn this technique on that kind of trail, it's really safe because like it's not gonna be sketchy or anyway. And that technique is basically what you will use more on a flat turn, for example, where actually you don't have any support and the trail not gonna help you. So it's at you to find the traction where it's no traction. So it's what we did, try to develop a bit this skill set of moving the hips first, focusing on that, trying to get it out. And after that, hips position exercise, we were going to all the trails to test it, and I think you guys felt the benefit of it. And after that, we were like doing same kind of focus, but with the upper body, with the arms, and we did same kind of thing. Start on a really easy trail where you normally don't need so much of that like adjusting position. And we've been lapping there to get it dialed. And after we moved on some other trail where it's actually much more important. Like many trails, you don't have as good support on the corners, or like we went in another trail, Denne, where obviously some of the turns are a bit more challenging in terms of traction, and especially when the rain was getting stronger and stronger during the day. So that was the main focus of the first part of the coaching, was to adjust the global position on the bike on straight lines, but also mainly in cornering, because it's where it's the most challenging. So that's what we did.
Yeah, because I definitely felt, because I know I can have quite okay speed on the berms, but there was definitely one thing which I had never really kind of solved, where I was, especially some of the berms here, which are a little bit more challenging, where there's some rocks and it's a bit uneven, where I was getting through the berms, but I was kind of feeling like the front wheel was playing around a bit too much. It wasn't planted on the surface. And I was kind of like hanging on, and I was a little bit frustrated because I felt like, I knew my body position was correct on the bike. As in regards to how far forward or back I was, and I was looking through the turn, and I was coming in high and trying to go out low, but still I was kind of like, felt like I was like a passenger. And then as soon as I moved my hips out, and then especially when I combined that with the getting the elbow in the right position and kind of like almost like twisting the body through the berm, not only did it give me confidence, but I could feel that the bike, the suspension was so much more planted and like reading the terrain much better. And all of a sudden the front wheel was like connecting properly to the terrain because I was weighted properly as well.
Yeah, it's that's the thing. It's like we always play with the position to get it as center as possible, to get the best like to try to get the traction equal between the front and the back. Because if I put a bit too much weight on the front, I will lose the traction on the back, and if I put too much traction on the back, I lose the front. I mean, in with cars, you have a lot of that issue. Like you always want to have the most stable car, and it's came with that. Like you want the best weight distribution in the wheels.
But isn't a good thing losing traction at the back when you're riding berms? That's so good.
I mean, it's on special type of riding where it's actually pretty good. But as a trail builder, I will don't go in this topic.
Yeah, because you're also a trail builder. We haven't talked about that.
Yeah, I'm also a trail builder, and I work trail crew also with Hafjell to try to provide the best trails as we can. So losing traction in the berms is fun, but I will don't explain how to do it.
But that's actually quite a good point, because obviously, like, we watch videos. We got Brage doing 1,000,000 miles an hour and like coming in 90 degrees, and the he's slashing the berms, he's destroying stuff and stuff. But we were talking a lot in the lift, especially about people who they're basically like running before they can walk. But on the bike, obviously, where we were talking about, like, I've definitely got some friends I know who are fast but crash a lot, and I think that's like slashing berms is so super cool as long as the guy who built them isn't there. But I think if you start slashing berms before you've learned to ride berms properly, that's kind of, you know what I mean?
You get a point there.
Yeah.
And it's quite fun because I had a discussion with a friend not a long time ago about like slashing berms and who are allowed to do it or not. And we handled to say, like, if you have the speed and the right technique to slash a berm properly, so it's mean like you don't use your back brake, but really like the proper slashing technique, the trail crew people will be not so upset. But if you come with low speed and just put 10 psi on your tire to make a fake slash, Yeah, I have a strong opinion about it, but it's like
we know what you mean.
It's
but it's kind of the same feeling you have for the braking bumps as well, maybe.
yes.
That's a good segue, Stefan. That's a good podcast technique you got there. Tell us, like, okay, where the hell do these braking bumps come from, and why are they in the middle of a berm? A lot.
I think that's typically the issue with like people want to ride too fast too soon, and don't really like think of the trail as a full system. So they get overtaken by the speed, have to brake a lot when they come in the corners because the speed is not adapted to the corner you go in. And that is a really hard part, especially like for the coach, to try to make people realize like some place you have to be a bit more slow to actually ride faster. And that was the second part of the course we had, like actually where to gain speed, where to lose speed, and how to make the global trail as flowy as possible. And to don't have this yo-yo effect or on-off effect where like you go from full speed to full braking. Because like when you see in the trails brake bumps, most of the time it's because people do that. They want to go too fast, so they have to do emergency braking. So the wheel start to lock and start to dig in the ground. So it's where like actually if you ride the trails with appropriate speed, it's really take care of the trails. But yeah, it's why also I would say coaching is really good for that, because if you can't really learn it by yourself if you don't know this technique, because it's natural for people to want to go as fast as possible in this kind of gravity sports. We want the adrenaline rush and we want to go fast. It's natural. But when you go a bit more deeply in the technique and you can realize actually like typically slow is fast, I think it makes your whole biking experience much more good. Like it's not a better feeling than to feel in control anytime on the bike. And it's you who choose where to brake or to ride the trails, and not like you're not a passenger on the bike. Yeah. So yeah, no, that's a really good.
And we
good
did
thing.
a really cool test in Boulder, and it was quite funny because it was it was after the wall ride.
Yeah,
and then there's a tabletop, and then there's like a left-hand berm which kind of ends a bit tricky.
Yes,
and then there's like in the middle of the berm, there's like where everyone seems to have gone straight ahead, emergency exit, which has become like main line now. And there is actually another right-hand berm, and like the first run we did through, like a couple of us missed it. And
nobody knows this turn.
And that's when we stopped, and we actually went back up again and actually brought the speed even further down. And a couple of us were just like, I didn't even know there was a berm there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a bit something we like as a trail builder when we go in the trails and we look at where the people ride. It's so many places where we see people cutting corners because obviously they go way too fast to handle the corner because it's maybe a really techy, really sharp corner. So people prefer to go straight instead. And that's really like a speed management issue. Like if you go in the same corner with the right speed, you can have a lot of fun to turn. It's like I'm also a skier, and I see many people doing straight lines, and they have the time of their life to go fast. I respect that. But when you start to do the turns, like the feeling you have in a corner with the G-force and everything, and the feeling to be in control, and the whole experience became really different, and I will say better. So it's like, I hope in the future people will make more and more turns, not cutting trails. But But it's
As,
actually
Gavin says, more berms.
more berms.
More berms.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I have to just because seeing as Vidar isn't here, we also talked about it. We did Hafjell Enduro. I think maybe it was 2018, something like that. And it was practice day, and Vidar and I came round. This is in Bulder, by the way. Came round the corner, did the wall ride, landed. Vidar comes in so hot, so he does like the tabletop and forgets it's the left-hand berm, doesn't brake, and basically like goes over the bars, over the berm. And then I see him like upside down, disappearing into the woods behind the berm.
Yeah.
So, like Mil recently.
No, this was a few years ago, but he was actually like, I saw him like literally upside down in the air doing about like 30 kilometers an hour or
Like
something.
Mil Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah.
She did actually the same thing. No,
Yeah, it was like a yeah. That was even more spectacular. Yeah, Miller's exit from that
you
track
saw it?
was crazy.
And the Miller ran.
No,
was it practice? Was it?
It was a practice run.
Yeah. Just got 2 bumps, too hot to get the corner.
The left hand
and
corner.
just
it sounds
in the woods.
pretty naughty. Yeah.
Yeah, she just like both her and the bike disappeared in the woods, like poof, gone.
Yeah.
But apparently she's okay. So yeah. No, it's and like obviously at this point in the day we were connecting a lot of dots together, and like especially like yesterday it took a long time for me to feel comfortable on the bike, and I was really kind of like and today there's all these elements were kind of coming together. Like I was braking harder before certain turns and so on, but at the same time like I could feel like wow, the speed is coming up, and like rather than desperately trying to hang on to some of the other guys, like all of a sudden it was like I'm actually kind of holding their wheel and not stressing and not having to put pedal strokes in between berms or maybe take a shortcut between 2 to catch up. And that's, I think at this point today, all of us were kind of like getting really stoked, and everyone's kind of like, whoa, like what's going on? Like,
Actually, you make me really happy because it's why I do this work. It's actually for seeing that feeling on people, to have the best time on the bike. And I think what you felt, it's like to be in full control of, like, to be really the master of your bike and be able to control when you want to accelerate or when you want to brake, and not just like be a follower and just try to catch up or to ride for someone like in someone else's tempo. And I think that's the best feeling. It's when you are able to ride your own tempo in full control. Doesn't matter the speed really. It's just the feeling to be in full control is so good. And I think it's why coaching is great. It's to reach that level where you get in full control, and after the speed will come.
Yeah.
Like it's if you feel good, lap after lap, the speed will catch up.
Yeah.
But still, you will not feel sketchy. And I think that's the key of success in your bike life. So that's if you felt better on the bike, I'm super happy.
Yeah, no, I don't know what kind of experience did you have today, Stefano? Like,
No, it's like as you said before, just connect the dots together and be aware of what you're doing on a bike instead of running fast. Because at some point you hit the wall, like not physically, but it's like, okay, I don't progress. There's something wrong here, but I don't know what's wrong, and that's where you coming in, and you got me. I think probably the most important was get loose in your upper body a bit more, and I was like, wait, just get so much more speed at once.
I
much
see
more
the
fun.
difference, and I was so happy. Like, I was kind of proud of myself.
So
And then there
that
was-
was a game changer for me.
Yeah, and
So,
then one of the other guys who was with us, he's like this guy who's like, he's so committed. And I remember you saying he had to like break more. Like,
Yeah.
I think that was what you said to him.
Yeah. So, his technique was really good, like really accurate, but the speed he was putting in his riding was sometimes a bit overcooked. And the problem with that is like the risk he was taking on some section was a bit too high for the like reward you can have.
Yeah.
And it's always have like it's really hard if you I would say in a safety like in the safety focus to try to slow down sometimes because you can feel you're capable to go much faster, but it's also finds a line between like being control or chance taker. And especially that also came in the jumps. Like so many people here, for example, in Hafjell, want to go too soon in a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And we see really
I
big
don't know
crash.
what we're talking about.
Yeah. And definitely a roller coaster, it's not like some of the jumps are big but not so technical, but the consequences if you fall there is pretty bad. And many people like when they start to feel good in Motown, straight away they go in a roller coaster and think, okay, because they are not scared or they just want to commit and go there and take a lot of chance. And we have seen really big crash. And it's that, like I would say, be patient, build up really good your like skills for jumping. Is like be patient. That's the best advice I can give. It takes times, but you will be way safer.
Are you listening, Stefano?
But Italians doesn't own patience.
No, but we was it last year we were in a roller coaster with Martin, or was it the year before? No, I think it was the year before.
I think
actually.
it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, it was the first
And
time I was,
that was
in the last.
First time I got through a roller coaster,
Yeah.
like from the mid station. And Martin was great. Like he was so good mentally and everything, but I still felt like I was kind of pretty terrified. Didn't really like, like you say, you do stuff, but I just felt like I was rolling the dice. And I remember Stefano the first time he went over the jump after the gap from mid station, he did like a pretty good dead sailor.
Yep.
And I had one where I like speed checked too much and did like huck to flat and like but then and that was the last part of what we went through today was basically jumping, and I think that was definitely like one of like because I felt like this weekend I've been watching lots of videos and there's like 1 million how to jump videos on YouTube and stuff, and some of them are good, but at the same time it's so easy to get confused, and it's just not the same as somebody standing next to you saying like you need to do that or you're not doing this, and you just gave us like such a simple instruction, which for me at least today was just like a super like oh my god thing. It just made me so safe on the jumps.
That's really nice to hear. Thanks. But it's. I mean, I try my like when I have people coming for a course or for a camp, or my main goal is first to have them safe riding the trails, and if you're safe and in control, you will have the best time of your life. When you go and like you say, you gamble a bit, it's like the stress you will have and the consequences if something wrong happen. For me, it's just my point of view. It's a bit not balanced. It's like it's something I learned also with my biking experience, like to take the time to do the thing properly. Anyway, even when we ride good with the best technique, it's still dangerous. Like it's still a sport with consequences. And to gamble with that, in my opinion, is a bit too much, especially like for people like us who are a bit older. We have responsibilities, like we have to go to work the Monday. Like sometimes to take chance on stuff like that, I don't know. Like for me, it's not necessary, especially when you can have really good fun on some easier trails. It's good to challenge yourself, but it's always to challenge yourself when it's the right time and when actually you limit the risk as much as you can. So yeah, once again, it's just my opinion with the thing, but I would prefer to, for example, take much more, like maybe a year to train properly on my jumping technique before to go in big jumps. But the day I will go, I will feel really good, in control. I will be scared anyway, because first time you jump a big jump, it's even doesn't matter your level, it's always a bit spicy.
Yeah.
But still, you will know you have the skills for it.
Yeah.
And the pressure you will have is much lower.
Yeah.
And the global experience gonna be way better.
Yeah.
Because you will have fun, just a bit spicy.
Yeah.
Instead of to be in fear.
Yeah.
And just like
Because you still like, even I watched a video with Sam Pilgrim, who's just like an amazing jumper, and he was following some guy, I think maybe it was Whistler, I don't know, but they were big jumps, big consequences, and he was following a local, but he's like, for the first, he's like such a good jumper, he's got such good technique, so he's so safe on a bike. But even him was just like, you could hear like on some jumps, first jump, he was kind of like, whoa, like, like things were surprising him. But obviously his level is so high that he can take that risk because he's so stable on a jump.
Yeah. It's that's the thing. It's like, and I have a lot of respect for the bikers who are able to say no, it's not the right day. Like when you can it's even for me like almost to be stronger, to be able to say that, to say no, today is not the day. That take much more commitment as to just like I go and send it and we will see, hope for the best. It's much easier to do it that way and taking a lot of risk for actually something was not really important. I mean, we just biking for ourselves. We are not paid for it. Like,
yeah, but how cool is that when you make it? Come on, you get the Stokes there.
Maybe I'm a bit too serious.
But it's like we were talking about earlier. You have to be a bit honest with yourself about who you are, as a biker, about who you are as a person. And like I said, I've ruined some bike days because like I did this in Drummond about maybe a couple of months, when like not long after opening, because in my mind I was going to go and do this job, that job, 113, hadn't even been there this year. And then I get there, and then I was going to go on a work trip on Monday, super important, and the only thing I was thinking about was like not getting injured, and I came back home, and I actually had a good day, but my day got better when I dropped all those ambitions and was kind of like, okay, I need to kind of like rethink what I'm going to do today if I'm going to have a good day. And then when I got home afterwards, I kind of was like, oh man, you know what? It's hardly surprising that you were like that, because what was in your head was like, if anything happens, I got this super important work trip on Monday, and if I ring them up and say I've fallen, broken my wrist, whatever, it's like, it's a big problem, So maybe like being honest with yourself,
Yeah, it's that's like when I say all of that about like to take the time and stuff like that. It's not to be a killjoy or like I respect the sound. Like it's
totally,
like people who want to go for it. Don't judge.
No,
but I will share my experience, and every time I got big injuries was like I know it was like a problem mainly with ego, like to do the thing for the wrong reason. And I got pretty bad injuries we could have been just avoid by listen to myself a bit more. And it's when I teach now, like, I mean, as an instructor, I have to be a bit that way to try to make my guest as safe as possible, because the biking season is a pretty short season. And if you get injured at the beginning of the season and you will be at home all summer, it's a bit of wasting time. And so, yeah, but same thing. It's my experience. It's what works with me. I like to, maybe a bit perfectionist and try to remove as much risk as possible, because it's already dangerous enough. And when you work in a bike park, you're every day there, and you see some injuries who could have been avoided. And it's always feel a bit bad for the people who get like bad injuries and say like, it's a bit a boomer, but a bit
just stepping back a little, because I don't think many people riding in bike park know that there are coaches that can coach you at a different level. So it's not just for beginners, as we say with a red t-shirt. And so you don't need the red t-shirt, by the way.
Pads on the outside of the lycra.
No, you don't need that as well. So you can ride your own clothes and just be cool.
Yeah, but isn't there like a bit of stigmatism about like if you know, like almost like I don't need a coach, like, you know, I'm better than that.
Yeah, that's something I felt when I was moving in Norway. It's not really in the culture of taking coach, like for skiing or for biking. People like to learn by themselves and be much more independent in their sports activity. Where, like, for example, I'm from France, and it's much more in our culture to, like, the winter when you want to go to ski and you're young, you go at the ski school, get an instructor. It's like the normal way. And for people who go on holiday,
done it.
Yeah, Italy is the same. Austria is the same. But that's a culture thing. It's like, it's also sports who've been in the Alps, it's a big culture of winter sports. And the ski coaching was like, it's an old business. Like, it's been running for years and years. So people are used to it. And in the mountain biking, it was really easy to make the connection, like in the Alps, following the same model as a ski school. And here in Norway, like, it's probably a bit less, but I can see it's growing, and people start to be aware of, like, it's not wasting money to use a coach, to just having a better time on your bike the next time you're gonna go to ride. And so, yeah, I think it's evolving, and
it's also like you can, you know, typical, like, I'm not so fast, my friends are quicker, I want to be quicker, I'm going to go and buy some bike parts.
Yes.
I need a new fork.
So
I'm looking at you, Stefan.
Get to it later.
But, you know, like today, like how much, like for me personally, how much better and quicker did I get on in one day?
Yes.
Like, and which was like the improvement I got from today was like way more than any part could have bought me, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's something I'm really convinced about. It's like, you can buy the best bike in the world, and starting to ride with it, it's gonna feel good. The bike gonna be awesome, but still, it's not gonna make you a better biker. Like, you can bike a basic bike, like just middle range bike, and having the time of your life if you're riding get with a good skill set and right technique, and you don't need to work a bike to have a good time. But it's much more difficult to have that good time if you don't have the right technique and, like we said, to be in control and just be able to play with the bike around and just like build up your skills. And I mean, yeah, that's I think much easier to get, like if you do some coaching and to develop that, and you will keep it forever.
Yeah.
And after you will be able to ride, doesn't matter the bike, and have a really good time with it. And I think that's a really small investment.
Especially if you are a group of 4 or 5 people, so it's not a big expense anyway. And what I felt today is like you were part of our group.
Yeah.
We were all together enjoying trails and everything. It's not like you coaching, no, you're doing wrong, no, you have to do that. It was kind of good.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
You need a new fork.
Yeah.
I always need a new fork.
We all need it.
Yeah.
Always need a new bike anyway.
Always
Like,
every day's a new bike day.
Yeah.
But we talked right in the beginning about like if we look at Hafjell general in the rain, so good.
Oh, that's it.
Yesterday was really, really good actually. Like I was not hoping, like when I met you guys, in my mind I was like, oh, the weather is really terrible, so maybe we're just gonna do 1 or 2 laps and that's all. And we ended to ride a full day until the last lift.
Yeah, and we like almost skipped lunch. And
I'll check my Strava.
But it was awesome to see like how much fun we had yesterday. I think everybody was like so stoked about the day, and just everybody was smiling and like be really feeling good. I mean, the lift could have been open 2 more hours. I think we would have done it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
10 runs.
Yeah.
I think it's like, okay, there's obviously like, depending on your skill set and all, there's definitely like certain runs, trails that maybe are not so much fun in the wet, but we had so much fun. We did the Motown, we did Boulder, we did the New School a little bit, and we even did a couple of runs on the green run, and and it was just so much fun, and we learned so much, even though it was like basically wet all day.
Oh God, the green one changing foot positions. That was challenging.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Loved it.
Tell us about very quickly about that.
No, so at one point today, like it was just really greasy condition and stuff, and we were like, I was like, I want to bring you guys in a bit more technical trails. We was New School, but to go to New School, I decided to take flow clipper. And I felt
everybody was God, come on.
And I felt straight away like people were like, what? We're gonna ride a green trail now?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but I have something for you guys. And we did like an exercise I really like. It's with like riding switchfoot. And that's really good for enduro training for some reason. And you will have to book a course to know why.
So mainly you switch the front foot.
Yeah.
You ride with
the other foot.
Yeah.
So you ride in an unusual position. For
yes.
And it feels like your back foot, which normally is your front foot, it feels like your crank arm is 145. And it feels like your opposite foot, which is now in front, your crank is like 210.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly the same feeling.
It's like the weirdest feeling you can have on a bike, I think. So that's pretty horrible, but it can make the most easy trail like really challenging and fun to ride. And it's what we did. Yeah. And at the end of the trail, I saw like some smile on the face.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
And it's some oh, you can always have fun. Doesn't matter the trail. Like it's just the fact it's a fun sport.
Yeah.
And if you play a bit around your bike and using sometime in a different way, like it's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's what I think about coaching. So you also, Jameson, you've done some coaching. You not as a coach, but you were be coached.
Yeah. I've been coached.
Me too, and still doing it. And
my wife
I think
coaches me.
Oh yes, every day long. But that's the thing. It's like the awareness you get of your what is called file. Not coming.
Your shortcomings.
Mistakes,
your
not mistakes.
Yeah,
And the tricks you get. Actually, the green trail with the opposite foot in front. It's magic. So I'm going practicing these small things because it makes really you a better rider at the end of the day.
Because sometimes,
No, just finish.
Sometimes like to change something like that to make you a bit more uncomfortable. So of course you have to do that in an easy trail and like, because we do some stuff who are not natural. It's allowed you to have much more feelings on the bike because you get out your comfort zone, still in a really safe way. And you will feel straight away if you are in the right place or not. For example, this exercise, you get really aware about what you do when you want to pump a roller, for example, or in a corner when you want to move a bit your body around. As the fact you have your wrong foot first, like you will felt it 100 times more than if you had your normal foot where you comfortable and used to ride like that.
It's like you're kicking a ball with the wrong foot. It's actually the same feeling. So it's not going where it's supposed to go.
Yeah, because I used to snowboard a lot, and I remember one of the things I used to always do was I would do at least one run every time, goofy. Same principle.
Exactly the same. It's like you will feel much more the technique you have to use to make it right, because you will have to think what I have to do. When you ride in your normal position, sometimes, especially for bikers like us who are experienced.
God.
Oh my
We
God.
are at the same level now.
We've moved up from pretty good to experienced.
But it's really easy to forget how we do stuff.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about muscle memory, but after a point when you get so used to something, it's really hard to, what I do actually. Yeah. It just works because it works, but you don't really know why and how you make it work. So it's sometimes this kind of exercise are really to break a bit that, and it's really positive in your riding. I would say don't do that every run because it feels really bad. But sometimes to ride switch foot, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's
Promise
just fun.
you, I'm not gonna do it on a roller coaster.
Like I said, in every jump you switch foot.
Yes. God.
Okay, I feel like we could talk about this for hours. We're gonna have to wrap up a little bit now. But is your experience as a coach today? I mean, we talked a little bit about
terrible.
Yeah. So what was your perspective on that as a group?
The group dynamic was great actually, and what was great also, it's the level was pretty close to everybody, but everybody had different points where they could progress. So it was super interesting on the coach side to try to make everybody as their best potential. And also, of course, in one day, you're not going to change a lot the biker you are, but it's more to give you all the keys to build up strongly your skill set. And at the end of the day, when I was biking behind you guys, I was really happy to see actually you were trying everything we were talking about. And like to see you trying, it's already a first victory, because it's like now it's just volume of biking. We're going to make it more natural for you. And I think we, like, on the coach side, I was really satisfied about the group. And also, I think we had a really good time on the bike.
Yeah.
Even outside of coaching, like yesterday, when we were biking together, my God, I had a good day. So, it was really, really great 2 days. And happy to have met you guys, and hopefully we're gonna share more trails.
Of course,
in the future.
So we were talking about we really want to come up to Otta.
Yes,
and I think that's like going to be the next podcast.
I can't wait to bring you there.
And you said you have a secret trail there.
I have many secrets,
but especially one that you don't want to share.
But we're gonna also. You said you're gonna hopefully when you come to Oslo, we're gonna show you some of our local stuff as well.
With pleasure. I love to ride in Oslo, and I can't wait to discover more trails because it's so good.
Cool. I always like to listen. I like to kind of ask a lot of our guests if you could ride with any rider for one day in one like location, who would be like your dream kind of day on the bike
professional rider?
Like, well, anyone, I don't know. Like, it's up to you.
Be professional.
And where would you want to ride?
Really easy for the biker, Sam Blenkinsop. Cool. My favorite rider, ever. Like, his style is for me close to perfection of what I love. So it's cool being with him. And after for the trail, I never been in Whistler, so I would say as a bucket list for every mountain bikers. Doing a hairline with Blanky and
talking about big things there. They're enormous.
So cool. I think that could be a pretty good day on the bike.
Cool. That's nice. And just also like very quick bike setup because you probably maybe kind of interpreted it incorrectly, but it seemed like you're not one of those people who's like super you kind of like just ride this.
I'm terrible to set up my suspension. That's probably one of my biggest weakness.
I'm not gonna comment it.
I mean, some people have checked my downhill bike yesterday.
It was so dead. How do you even ride it? There's no reaction, and you can pop. It's like going 2 kilometers per hour. You could just pop it a couple of meters high.
You should have seen my first enduro bike when I was switching back to mountain bike from BMX. And riding 3 bars in my tires. And I think my fork was like 110 psi. It was basically rock solid. And I had some friends who were biking with me. They were making so much fun of me because of my setup, because nobody was understanding how it was possible to bike that. And now I try to be better, try to set up my sag and But now since I coach, I've been starting my coaching career, I'm love now, but I really try to get better at it. But I have special taste in terms of biking setup.
And really special.
You if people say we can put a link in the show notes to check out your Instagram account as well. But you can pop off nothing. I think it was the first run from the top we did in Motown, and there's 2 tiny little bumps, and they're quite far from each other. And we had no speed, and you just kind of boing, gapped them. I was like, okay, dude can pop.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, and so how we can put some contact information in the show notes to how to get hold of you guys.
Yep.
So I think probably, I mean, hopefully people have kind of catched on, like super recommend a day coaching, and you can basically kind of adapt to people's needs if they want to specify jumping or in general or their level, and
Yeah, so we have like this season we have like beginner group course and a more advanced group course, but you can also book a private course where actually we really adapt to you and what's your need, what are you wish with that. And so it's definitely this season, these 3 options. We're gonna also have a enduro dedicated day in August.
cool.
So if you go on the website, you can find the info where we will spend really time to really work the technique dedicated to enduro. And Hafjell is really good for that because we can do volume. So it's like really good place to actually build up the skills. If your goal is to be a better enduro rider, or if you want to race enduro and be faster, that's gonna be in August, one day.
Cool.
And of course, if it's some request, we can adapt.
Yeah.
Like if people have special needs or group of friends want to come and do special instruction day, we are quite aware, and so just contact the bike park, Hafjell Bikepark.
Yeah, I'll put some link in the show notes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And this year, it's like that. We have these products, but we really try to develop a better offer, bigger offer for the future. But we are really flexible, and we are,
Probably we have said it already. I'm not sure, but you are at the head of coaching here in Hafjell.
I'm one of the coach.
One of the coach.
I don't know if I can say that as a head instructor, but at least I try to develop it. I don't want to be higher than another coach here, but I'm without to be cocky. I think I have good experience in that, so I will try my best to help to develop the bike school. And
and if anyone is like still in doubt as to how good Benjamin is on a bike, Benjamin is really good at manuals. Which is like the seal of approval.
Tabletops, berms, and
whips.
Yeah. Oh God.
Okay, but it's been super cool. Like not only like riding with you and like being coached and like I think we said already, it didn't even feel like a coaching day. It was like just such a good day on a bike. If you've booked some days riding in Hafjell and you see it's going to rain, don't fucking cancel. Just go to Hafjell in the rain. And the weather looked disgusting, awful, and it's been so good.
I mean, it's probably been the worst weather condition we had in the whole season, to be fair. It's so far my best riding day this year. So really satisfied with that.
I just got the best tips of my life. Don't get the goggles out. Just keep on. Because you then get water in them, and then it will work perfectly.
Just leave your goggles on.
Just leave the goggles on.
They're self-drying.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we have like the last thing. It's the confession box, because you can't possibly have had this biking experience without some kind of sins that you're guilty of from. So we'll just to invite you into the confession box here. Get a bit of music going. So we know there's something that, like, you know, I mean, you can boost, you can whip, you can manual, but like there's something there that like every time it's still in the back of your head. So if you want to become a better rider, this is the OTB podcast, our Become a Better Rider tip. You need to clear your conscience.
Yes.
So please tell us, what is it that is still holding you back as a rider? What is your sin?
I have one. Talking about manuals, when I was a BMX biker, I was really bad at manual. And all my friends were pretty good at manual, so I was like feeling really bad. And it went, it was this power, what was the name of it?
Like a wristband?
Oh, the wristband. Yeah.
Okay.
Power something, and it was supposed to correct your balance and everything.
Oh, kind of magnet or copper, how you call it? Like,
It was a
pretty spirit.
A pretty shitty thing, and I bought one, and I was like, that's maybe gonna help me to learn manual. And I was riding every day with it, and I was like, fuck, that thing is shit, but I paid it. I don't know, it was not cheap, like it was costing some bit of money. What was the name of it? Powergate or something like.
Okay. We're gonna have to Google and try and find it.
Yeah. So that was a bit my dark time. I tried.
Try everything to get it done.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah. So that was the thing.
Okay. Well, that's it. Living in false faith. I guess you were just like relying on placebo effect, and it didn't work.
Yes. No, it didn't work because I think I was pretty aware that was not a thing.
Okay.
I don't know why I tried, but I tried.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty hippie kind of solution. That one, I think.
I don't know what it was, but
how many Ave Maries do you think Benjamin should do?
That was a pretty bad one.
False spiritual. But if you using the spirits, the gods, to become a better biker, that's pretty low.
I came from far.
I think
10 is too little, 100 is too much. Maybe we should learn manual. You should spend the day coaching us.
Yeah, but I think before you do that. I think you'd have to do a run through roller coaster with the wrong foot in front.
Boy, that's that's gonna be spicy. That's maybe gonna be the end of my season, but I will give it a try. I don't promise I will make the whole line, but
okay.
I will try.
All right, well, that's cool. Benjamin, it's been super cool riding with you here in Hafjell, and thank you so much for making us. What is it, from pretty good riders to experienced riders?
Next level.
Yeah.
I mean, when you kind of look at the scale, it's probably the next.
Yeah, but at some point, he's just gonna be like, "Can you manual?" And it's like, "No, we can't." Manual.
Next time we manual. Manual clinics specific.
Specific manual clinics. Well, it's been super cool having you here on the podcast. Amazing to go riding with you, Stefano. Thank you very much for joining us as well.
Yeah,
I hope you come back. Benjamin, I hope you come back on the podcast some other time. And I really hope we get to come up to Otta to go riding there, because it sounds
You're welcome
awesome.
Anytime.
Yeah, and the same in Oslo. Anytime, hit us up and we'll try and guide you around the local trails. And and again, check out Hafjell Bikepark coaching. Come here when it's raining. It's amazing, and it should be really busy, but it's not. It's quiet, which is kind of good. But just go ride.
Come to ride in Hafjell.
Come ride Hafjell. Ok, tusen takk for at dere hører på. Vi ses ute i skauen.